Hey, welcome back everyone. Let's continue with this series, and right now we are going to create the email communication service. So we started by creating the communication services, which is the core component, the main component. And in order to use the email service, we need to create an email service. For that, we need to look for email communication services like that. Cool. I already have one. Let's create another one and let's name it email communication service 002. And here you choose your, let me just use Zoomlet. Here you need to make sure to use the right data location because this cannot be changed later. This is where you are going to choose to save your data. So your data will be stored at rest in this location, and once you have chosen this location, it cannot be changed later. All right. Now let's go here and let me check the source group. So here, this is source group, and let me create, and let's create this. It will take a couple of seconds in order to be created, and later we will need to do some configuration. All right, cool. Now our service have been created, and it is simple like that. And as you can see here in the main frame here, we have add a free Azure subdomain or set up a custom domain. So the first options will allow us to use a free domain which is provided by Microsoft. You can use it for test purposes. The second one, when you come with your own domain, you can attach it here to your email communication service with some configuration that must be added. So if we click here, add a free subdomain, we will see that a deployment will be started, and if I refresh right here, in a few seconds we will see a new domain that will be added right here that ends with @azure.com. So it will, as you can see here, so this is the Azure subdomain here, and if I zoom in here, as you can see, this is the domain name. If I click like that, hit this, and you can see the property right here. And this is actually a domain that belongs to Microsoft. All right, we will test this later to send emails, but right now, let's try to use our own email, all right, our own domain. So here I need to click add domain, custom domain, and here I will use this domain that I have in my provider GoDaddy. So I will hit confirm, click add, and once I do this, the Azure Email Communication Services will provide me with a couple of data that I will need to answer to GoDaddy in order to prove that I own that email, that domain. All right. So once I click on close like that, I refresh like that. And as you can see here, we have the domain right here. And we will be asked to verify the domain status. That means that I own that domain. And later we will be needed to add configuration for SPF and DKIM. All right. So SPF is the Sender Policy Framework, an email authentication protocol that specifies which mail servers are authorized to send emails on behalf of a domain, helping to prevent spoofing. And also we have DKIM, which is Domain Key Identified Mail. It's an email security standard that uses digital signature to verify that an email was not altered in transit and it's indeed from the claimed sender. So it's you who's sending this email and not someone else. All right, so let's start by the first one. So here we have this button configure, and as you can see right here, I have txt record with value that must be inserted inside my domain provider. So here I have this domain provider here, GoDaddy, and I will add this configuration. So let me go back here. I will copy this like that. So it's a txt. I will enter this like that, the value, and I will save. All right, I need to verify this in the background. All right, so I have inserted that txt record, and right now, let me click like that, close, and as you can see, verification in progress. Let me hit refresh again, and right now it is verified. And for the rest of this configuration, we will just hit once like that, and we will receive all the txt records and DC name records for the SPF, DKIM, and DKIM2. And we'll also insert these records in our GoDaddy provider. So again, I will copy this like that. I will add this txt record like that. And here we'll enter the SPF records. All right. And here I will add right now a CNAME configuration for the DKIM. And this is the value. And for the DKIM2 also, it is a CNAME. Let me double check. All right, CNAME record 2. And here I will copy this like that, and I will copy the value 2, and I will save. Oh, the txt record for, I think I did not copy this as it is supposed to be. All right. All right. So I have inserted all the records right now, and I need to hit next and done and close. And like that, I will refresh, and as you can see, the SPF already verified, and DDKIM status and 2 are in progress. So let me refresh. It will take sometimes up to 15 and 20 minutes in order to be verified and all the configuration completed, and sometimes less than 20 minutes. All right, I will pause until this is well configured. Great, now everything is well configured. Before go and test sending emails, let's try to explain, understand what is under the domain names. So here under this domain that belongs to me, I will click like that, and we'll see that we have email communication service domain configuration. And here we have mail from and the suppression list. All right, so mail from by default, Azure will provide you with the not reply at yourdomain.com, which is the email that will be used in order to send emails. So as you can see here, the button of add is disabled for my account because there is quota limits. So once you want to add another mail from that you want to use for your own domain, you need to contact or reach out to the Azure team and ask to increase the quota. All right. And as you can see here, we have suppression list. And if I go right here, we have suppression list. What is a suppression list? It is the list of the users of the emails that you don't want emails to reach them. Sometimes users do opt out from emails and they don't want to receive communication. And for that, you need to add them here. For example, let's say you have you have a program and by mistake you have inserted that email in the list of the user that will receive an communication email, and like that, Azure Communication Service will make sure that that email will not receive that communication. For that, you can create a new suppression list like that, opt out, for example. And here you can either upload a CSV file that contain the list of emails that you do not want this email from, to send email to, or you can just add a new recipient like that by uh, adding its email address, first name, last name, and optional as note here. Cool. All right, so we will back to this later. Right now, let's go to our resource group and see what we have. So as we said, we have the communication service, we have the email communication service that we have added, and by default, the two domains that we have attached to our email communication service. All right, so right now let's go to our communication service, and we are going to try sending emails. As you can see here, I still don't have select a domain because I still not connected my domains to the communication services, because we can connect multiple domains to a communication service. So here under domains, I need to click connect domain, and here on the right, I need to choose the subscription, the resource group where I have created the email communication service and the email service that I have created. And here we can select the default domain, the free one that we have created with Azure, or also our custom domain. Let me choose both of these. And here, let's connect. Cool. Now our domains are connected, and now we can start trying sending emails. Before doing that, let's discover what we have in this menu. As you can see, this menu right here, we have the left side and the right side. So in the right side, and which is something incredible done by the Microsoft team, which is a prepared full code in C#, JavaScript, Java, Python, and Curl in order to test the functionality of sending emails. So if you are a developer, you can sit back, relax, copy this, insert it into your code, and it's 100% functional. All right. So we can go here to JavaScript, you can go to Java, and even Curl. One more thing, if you can see here, we have insert my connection string. So we said we have a communication service connection string that must be used in order to send email. So if I hit like that, this will be automatically added to your code. I know this is a bad practice. You should use Azure Key Vault, for example, in order to save this connection string. But this is just a quick example in order to test it locally. Cool. Right now, let's go to the test part, which is the left menu. So the first button here is the send mail from. So this is the first one, the free domain that we have created. And this is the second one, the domain that belongs to my provider that I have added. By default, we said we have a do not reply sender email username. And if we ask the Azure team to increase the quota, we can add more sender emails. Here, we will enter the recipient email address. So the email address that will receive the email, the subject. So by default, it is test email. Here we can select attachment if we want, for example, to test sending attachment. And look on the right here. Once I select this like that, the code on the right will be changed in order to give you an example how to attach something to your email. You see? And this is pretty awesome. All right. Cool. I will keep one attachment, and you can even choose embedded attachment inline. So also here it will be changed. And here hello world via email from the portal. And this email from the portal. Azure portal. Cool. All right. Now we will do some couple of testings. We'll send an email to Gmail account, Outlook account, and some fake accounts, email accounts, in order to see if we receive or not the email. All right. All right. So let's start testing. So here I have this temporary email that I'll be using. And here we have a Gmail account. And here I have an Outlook account that we'll be using for testing purposes. All right. So let's start by this temporary mail. So let me copy this here in the inbox, as you can see, I don't have anything. I will copy and paste the email right here and test from Azure portal, from the Azure portal, and I will send. Okay, email successfully queued and email sent successfully. Let me go here. All right, and as you can see here, we have the email and hello world via email from the Azure portal, and this is the HTML body. Cool. Right now, let's go and test this email account or Gmail account. Let me paste right here, and this time I will remove the embedded attachment, and I will select this cat like that, and I will hit send. So successfully queued as usual. Email sent. So this is an old test. I will wait, and this is the new email. And as you can see, this is the two pictures that I have selected. Cool. Right now, let's test the Outlook account together. So let me go right here. Not this one, actually. Let me replace it. Okay, cool. So to Outlook, and let me hit send, queue it, and send. Let me go here, check like that. I'll check also my spam. And it is right here in my spam folder. All right. So as you can see here, I will move it to inbox. And as you can see here, we have our hello world via email from the Azure portal. And here we have the pictures. Cool. And like that, we have tested sending email from the portal using the email communication services. All right. And this is cool. You may say why in Outlook it is received in junk folder or spam folder, sorry. That's because the domain is new and still not yet verified. So there is no users who confirmed that this email that you have received is a well-known domain and well-verified user and well-verified email communication. So there is a score need to be added by Outlook team to the domain name in order to make sure this domain is not spamming the users with email communication and stuff like that. All right, cool. Now we are going to discover one more thing or test one more thing. We talked about the suppression list. All right, and right now it's time to test it. So I will add this Gmail account to the suppression list and I will try to send it an email in order to see if it will receive an email or not. So let me go back right here. All right. Let me go back to our source group. And here we have the domain that we have configured and the suppression list right here. And this is the opt-out suppression list that we have created. And here I will add a new recipient and I will copy this Gmail account. All right. First name Ashraf, Gmail account, and he has opt out. Okay. So this user asked to not receive any email anymore. And right now I will go back here to this menu. All right. And I will try to send another email to this Gmail account. Okay. And let's test suppression list and hello suppression list. All right. And I will hit send. It is queued. And there is nothing else as you can see here, because in the background, it is blocking the send an email message functionality using the suppression list. So nothing will be received. Even if I check the spam, it is empty. And here nothing will be received, and this will stay blocked like that. All right. So this is a test functionality from the portal. It is normal to be like that. So right now I will choose the free domain that we have created and that does not contain the suppression list like that. I will just go back like that and test again. So let me choose the domain, the free one that does not have the suppression list, and I will send to that Gmail account again, test email. All right, and I will send like that, and we will see what we will receive right here. And as you can see here, we have these email that have been received here, hello world via email. So this is the free domain that we configured from the Azure portal. And since it does not have a suppression list to send email to this email communication, like that, this email will receive this email. Cool. So we almost have seen everything. We have seen the how to create an email communication service, how to create an email communication service domain, how to add domains, and how to add configuration for the SPF and DKIM and validate the domain name. So in the next video, we will see how to do all this. It means how to send emails via C# and PowerShell. And one more functionality that we will see also is how to send emails via SMTP using the Azure Communication Service. Before we finish this, let me go back to some functionality that we have talked before, which is the insights. And in the next video, we will see here how we will see the number of emails that have been sent by a domain. All right, and you will see, for example, the delivery status, the sent status, and the emails that have been received. For example, right here, as you can see in my portal, let's go to email. And here you can see for example, the failed emails, the successfully delivered emails, and the total emails that have been sent. All right. And here we can see the total size from email sent. And here, if we click on email performance, we can see, for example, the 4 suppressed emails, because I have done some tests before. So the email that is configured to be suppression list inside the suppression list will not receive an email, and it will be considered as an error, as you can see right here. And this is the total emails that have been sent and to each email. All right. And this is actually pretty cool. You can see all the senders emails. You can select here, for example, only from the Azure domain, the number of emails that have been sent using that email. Or for example, here you can select your own domain that you have added. Cool. And like that, we have seen almost all. The next parts, as I have said, will be about adding or sending emails using C# and PowerShell, and one more functionality, which is the SFTP. So if you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.